Good evening. I'm Will Fountain, fellow Toastmasters, not a guest. I have the privilege of talking about mentoring. This is the last step in the pathway level 2 for presentation mastery. And the mentoring was something that's kind of confused me because I have been a geometry teacher, a flight instructor, a soccer coach, and a lot of times my students would come in and ask for advice. So that was kind of confusing. What does this mentoring mean? So I want to talk a little bit about the difference of that, because all of these I'm trying to help someone. And the someones could either be, like I mentioned, could be the geometry student, the student pilot, the soccer player, or the protege, which is the one who's trying to learn about mentoring, who's seeking help from mentoring. So let's start with I'm going to go through these 4 so you can kind of break out the differences of these. Now, the first time I'll be talking to Johnny. You don't see Johnny here, but Johnny's right there. He's sitting at a desk. And there's just a classroom that's around here. There's a lot of extra people here. So I have a structured course for Johnny and his classmates. And it lasts for a whole year. I mean, we touch on some things such as 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional objects and what their relationships are, particularly, are they congruent? And sometimes we use proofs for those, and also to help our critical thinking. We also do some things where we have to learn what the area, the surface area is, or what the volume is. So that's something that I have to do as a teacher. But there's something else. I give my students quizzes, I give them tests, I give them exams, because I have to find out, are they learning what they're supposed to be learning? Johnny, is that right? Yes. And I have to find out whether I will send them to the next grade, correct? Okay. The other thing is they are confined to a classroom. And that's a little bit different from other places. Now, during COVID, these folks, like Johnny, he could relax in his pajamas while he was having geometry class. All right, let's shift gears. I am no longer a teacher, but I am a flight instructor. And Katie, right here, excuse me, is right over here. There you go, Katie, sit down. Is my flight student. And today we will be learning about flying. She's going to be taking off here shortly. And I'm going to try to be teaching her the skills of flying. So eventually, maybe one day, she could get her private pilot's license. So here we are. We're sitting here in the cockpit. You ready to take off, Katie? Nope, I'm not ready to take off. I got to run up. I got to do the before takeoff checklist. Good. So what does she do? She checks the doors are shut, the seat belts are fastened. She runs up the engine to make sure that the oil pressure and the magnetos are working and the carburetor heater working. And after that's going on, she checks the flight controls. Okay, the flight controls are working right. And then she flips on the strobe lights, sets the flaps ready, and says, hey, I'm ready for takeoff. And so she calls on the radio, ready for takeoff. Good. Let's shift gears. Now, you see this big green space that we have here? This is a soccer field. And right over here is Rigo, stay. Is Rigo there, is about ready to throw the ball into play. And I'm teaching him how to do that. How to throw the ball in properly, how to kick, how to dribble. But guess what? In soccer, there is a team. There's a lot of people that are involved in this. So all of them have to have the skills and the teamwork necessary to win games. All right? So, let's shift gears again. Now, I am in my classroom. Everybody is gone. I'm going to sit back here and relax. All the students are gone. I'm going to savor the quiet. And then there is a rap on the door. Oh, there's Johnny. Johnny sticks his head in. Can I talk to you? Sure. Come on in, Johnny. Johnny is the protege. I am the mentor. Johnny is seeking guidance for help him to find his path. And I'm going to try to help him with that because looking back at some of my experiences, right? But one of the things that we know, Johnny is the one who's going to be responsible for this. This is a kind of a one-on-one type of relationship versus what I had in the classroom or necessarily flying with Kate, or definitely different from that soccer field, right? But we all have, at this school that I was teaching at, we all know that each one of us, God has a unique plan for each of us. So I'm going to try to help Johnny find that path, to find that path. Now God has, in a way, sketched out a drawing, but it's in very light color. And he's got to, and I'm going to try to him as a mentor to be able to try to help him color in a few of the spots. But he has got to paint the rest of that picture to be able to obtain what his unique path is for what that vision is. And so I am trying to help him along that way. And as mentor, I care for his concerns about what he needs to be able to do to achieve those goals. So that is, like I said, it's a one-on-one, and it's caring and giving them hope, like Andrea was mentioning about earlier, about hope in the future. So, Toastmasters and honored guests, mentoring is important, and it works. Believe me, we can use, as proteges, we need those helps. Because people who go out and seek help have a lot better chance of attaining their visions than people who do not receive that help. And today, we have a very blessed area at Toastmasters and our Queen City. We are blessed with having some excellent mentors, particularly our club officers. So I want to thank you for your attention, and mentoring works. Thank you.